beautiful day. I missed the auroras last night. I don't know how. We're going to Home Depot. We're going to Home Depot today to put together the greenhouse porch.
So these are the best that I had available. Those
It looks good.
And they only have 2x12s, 2x12s, but that's fine. What is that?
I'll watch your back. Early on a Saturday morning at our local Home Depot, my husband and I met with my father to get some wood and supplies to build a deck for our greenhouse. Up the plans for the deck all on his own. My only request was a few feet of porch in the front so I could put some flower pots right in the front of the greenhouse.
So we're looking for 1, 2s, and 4s.
So here's 2.
I am so grateful to have these two really good men in my life. A very precise man. No matter what he does it very well and measures a lot.
Hold on tight, there's a storm standing in the eye.
Get the capture.
father-in-law, son-in-law duo here.
Nobody's killing each other. This is plus.
Thank God for the moon and how she lights up the sky tonight. You may think that you've lost me already. I feel that you tell me, but I'm still your girl. You may think that you've lost me already, but when things get heavy, I'm still your girl. This time, I think I'll wait it out. Staring up at the ceiling like a restless child. But after rain comes shine, and you sure know how to make me smile. Thank God for the moon and how she lights up the sky tonight, making everything alright. You may think that you lost me already. Can tell that you tell me, but I'm still your girl. You may think that you've lost me already, but when things get heavy,
I am so grateful for these two great men in my life.
I'm still your girl.
My dad is turning 60 this week. I hope he has the best birthday, and I'm so grateful that he's my father and we get to make all these wonderful memories together.
I'm still your girl.
Wow, nice.
greenhouse is up. It looks great. We just need to secure it so it doesn't blow off the little porch we made. The next morning we were back at Home Depot for a few supplies to strap the greenhouse down to the deck. love this genius, kind-hearted, wonderful man. We have both been working so hard lately, lots of overtime and late nights, so it was extra special to have this time to build something that we're going to enjoy together. Then it was time to gather all my seedlings from the little greenhouse inside, at least the ones that survived. I am learning. Hello, welcome back to Hilltop Cottage. The greenhouse is ready. I'm so excited. It's so cute. It came out so much better than I thought. My dad and Matthew put it together for me, and they even put on a little front porch. Let's do a little tour. So I can stand in it perfectly. It's about 7 feet tall. I have my basil out here, my watering can, and then step inside. So everything is moved into the greenhouse, everything that survived anyway. I have, let's see, 5 lemon balms have made it, 3 lavenders, quite a few tomatoes actually. They didn't grow very big, and it's definitely because of lack of sunlight, and some of my little basils and red basils. So quite a few survived, they just haven't grown large, and I'm hoping that being in the new greenhouse with the real sunlight and the heat in here will help everything grow. One thing that didn't happen though was my sunflowers didn't sprout up at all. I have no surviving sunflowers. These are my seeds I harvested from our sunflowers last year, and while I'm hoping that they'll grow in the corner by the garden like they did before and they'll come back, usually they do, I do want to plant some more. So I'm going to do a few sunflower seeds, and then I'm going to use one of these trays, which didn't survive, and plant some more lettuce and different types of lettuce and greens for salads. My family has always gardened, especially vegetables. My mom and my aunts always grew them. My grandparents grew vegetables and gardened, and my great-grandparents were farmers. So it feels really good to go back to my roots a little bit here and plant from seeds and reuse some of the skills I used to know and hopefully learn more. check on the apple trees together. I didn't get the opportunity to prune them this early spring, mostly because I don't have the tools or the budget to buy them, and I need a ladder because these apple trees are so tall, but I do plan on putting on some organic fungicide to prevent the apple rot this summer. How beautiful are the apple blossoms in spring? I trekked down the hill behind the barn because the grass is growing tall, and pretty soon I won't be able to walk down here because it'll be so tall, and of course ticks and other animals that are hiding in the grass. So I wanted to explore while I had the opportunity. Guys, did I just find another apple tree? Oh my gosh, I did. Oh my gosh. I just found another apple tree. I had a feeling it could be an apple tree last fall, but I couldn't get close enough. Oh, it's beautiful. All the flowers are in bloom. There were no apples on it last fall that I saw, so I think this is a dormant tree. But wow, I found another apple tree. I think there's more. There's more. Hello, so we have 1, 2. Let's see, are you apple tree number 3 that I saw? Yes, I think you are. And that's possibly an apple tree, actually. I thought it was a cherry blossom, but that might be an apple tree. Well-worn path from the deer. There's a big dead tree in the middle of it. Ooh. This one might be a cherry blossom. Could be a dormant apple tree, but I think this one could be a cherry blossom. It's important to note that I'm not 100% sure these are apple trees, but the flowers look exactly like the apple blossoms on the other apple trees. The bark looks almost identical, and so do the branches, so I'm pretty sure they could be apple trees. Final tally, that's 5 more apple trees. 5. One of them though is barely hanging on. I don't know if I'd count it. It's being taken over by another tree. It's almost completely enveloped. I don't know how it's surviving. So technically 4, but here's 5, but technically 4. That brings it to 8 healthy trees, 1 not so healthy tree, and 1 crabapple tree. Holy smokes. love apple trees. They're so beautiful. In the spring, they have the most beautiful pink and white flowers. In the fall, they give you apples. I just love them. I was about to step into the grass barefoot, and look who came to visit. Why'd you come right to me? You move very, very fast, my friend. Very hot in here. So I need water. It gets so steamy in the greenhouse that I've been leaving the door open during the day. This week I bought some organic lettuce from New Morning Market, and I went to Home Depot to look for some other herbs. There are so many flowers I would get if I owned the land we lived in. One day, if we own Hilltop Cottage or a house of our own, I am going to plant daisies just like these, and hydrangeas, and more roses, and wisteria, and lilac bushes. Oh, all the flowers I will plant, but I had to have some restraint. I do want to plant flowers though, so badly. At least I'll have sunflowers this summer. Geraniums and marigolds are great to plant in gardens because they keep pests away. I picked up some more strawberries, herbs, kale, and blueberries. In the morning, this tree provides shade, and I didn't know this at the time, but you're actually supposed to put a greenhouse by a shaded tree for part of the day so that it's not in full sun all day long. Morning, rain or shine, I love going out to the greenhouse in this little oasis my husband and my father built for me. As much as I wanted to grow all my vegetables and my lettuce from seeds this year, I know that's not quite possible because, I'm still learning. But I'm glad of the steps I've been taking, and I'm going to plant a lot of these very soon in our garden beds, and hopefully the little seeds I did plant will grow too. Thank you so much for visiting Hilltop Cottage. I hope you have a lovely day.